with what the equipment 10 plus 2 has gone through, what the people of Brooks County, Lowndes County, Meigs, Georgia, Douglas, Georgia, Adel, Georgia, Homerville, Georgia, and other southern cities. If we cannot get news coverage from the South Georgia news media, and we are not, what good is Al Sharpton and MSNBC? What good is CNN and Victor Blackwell if we have blacks in position and whites in power and Japanese and Germans and Latinos and others who will not cover the cutting edge news that takes place in our beloved community? Then are we really in a nation of a free press and free speech? We had better question ourselves. I got the highest respect for all the civil rights leaders, including Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and others. But when the equipment 10 plus 2 were arrested, it dealt with voting rights. It dealt with military veterans, active duty, retired military veterans, right to vote, although they put their life on the line. Yet, there was no large outcry from the outside area to come into Brooks County and support the equipment 10 plus 2. What has happened to us? What has happened to the civil rights movement? It is time now to go beyond civil rights, women rights, children rights, dog and animal rights, and come to the rights that were neither given to us by the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, or the Constitution, but God-given rights. When a person under our form of government can be under a criminal trespass warning for doing nothing, when the parents of Kendrick Johnson in Lowndes County, just 18 miles away, can have their child to die in the Lowndes County High School and not be permitted to ID their own child's body, should be a disgrace even in Russia, in China, and other third world countries that we criticize, but maybe we need to be in the mix with them. And Kendrick Johnson parents was not the only parents that have been ignored. Now, it would be somewhat understandable if the mayor of Meigs was the only mayor that had been mistreated. But wait, there are others. I have 5 towns that have called, say, George, will you tell our story? As blacks are put in positions, they are being attacked. And it's not being reported because it's not news to some. And the rest of you are ignorant. You don't know nothing about it. But it is indeed time now for us to stand up for our rights as our ancestors in the days of old. Don't forget now, we, our people, suffered, bled, and died just to get a right to use a bathroom. eat in a restaurant just to get a right to register to vote, just to get a right to keep your daughter in your home and not be taken out and taken to another plantation to work for nothing. We had to fight just to get a right to go fight in the armed forces in this country. We have been treated in ways that have Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, black female star, columnist Star Parker, if they had to go through what we've been through, America would not be standing today, for they would have destroyed it outright. So God has put something in the mayor of Meigs to try to use the laws that are in place that this state is supposed to be governed by. But now it seems as if though those laws are not applicable to a black mayor. So I'm gonna close now and let you watch the clips. So I'm gonna close by saying this. As you watch the next several videos, please understand that that just was my second visit. If you go back further in the playlist, you can get what Paul Harvey called the rest of the story. I'm going to ask you all to excuse me for giving you this introduction for something that really needs no introduction. But after all, if we all bury our head in the sand, like the legend concerning the ostrich bird, America, the state of Georgia, and our various communities will be in an ill state of repair. So we had better wake up. We better call Al Sharpton if he's any good in these little small southern towns. We better call G.B.R to look into these black elected officials. Somebody better call Jesse Jackson and wake him up and ask him to use his Operation Push to push forward as those in the struggle before him. Somebody need to call the SCLC to Brooks County. Somebody needs to call other organizations, maybe the Nation of Islam, and let us move forward what the white European founding fathers set up. And they set up such a beautiful structure. And we all got to unite to fight to keep this structure in place, because if we don't, we're gonna lose it, y'all. We are going to lose this republic. And there is no need of America going down the drain as ancient Rome. But if we fail to stand up for what is right and just in God's world, we're gonna do our own selves a major injustice. Now as I close, how you all doing?
All right.
You all wanna join me?
No, just this.
That's all right. And this is what I'm all about. I'm glad because it's no longer, it used to be, it's no longer about black and white. It's about right and righteousness. If we fail to stand up now and our country is torn apart by skin color, we are better than that. We are far better than that. And let me leave on this note as I get ready to close. If you think that all white people are your enemies, and I'm not saying this just because a white man is behind me. I have 500,000 views on YouTube, and I've always said it. If white people did not stand with black folk, we would have been dead outright a long, long time ago. So God have so connected this thing together that we can't keep one man down or in the ditch unless we stay in the ditch ourselves. And so now I want to let you go to the next clips about Meigs, Georgia, and what happened in Meigs. Once again, I am George Boston Rhymes. This is the Ghetto Free Press. I do this because it must be done. And if we don't do it, who else are going to do it? We cannot allow just a few bad people to tarnish the image of our great republic. Too many of us served in the armed forces, and some of us never came back. Some of us saw our sons, our daughters, and our siblings go down the drain as they fought for what was right in God's world. So I'm going to say to you, as I scan around the little town of Whitman, I'm doing what I do because for 21 years, I took an oath and obligation called the Code of Conduct. I said that I am an American fighting man, and I am prepared to give my life in the defense of this country. And I will assure you this day, that I put my life on the line so my children, my grandchildren, my friends, and my enemies would have a right to live in a free, democratic society wherein everybody was treated as equals. If the people in Meigs voted in a German man or woman, then they should respect that under our form of government. We are far beyond what I see happen since President Barack Obama were elected in 2008. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press, the voice of the people. Bye-bye. We gone.